won't read the signs in this rhyme, so they try to bind two souls without the ancient scrolls while the death toll grows out of control. Sold like a slave while your ancestors died untimely deaths and tossed in their grave. Listen to what the ancients say. Look within or do without. The church is your body. The temple is your mental. So know thyself beyond a shadow of a doubt.
The violence in the hood is killing the good, causing our people to be misunderstood. But I'm not hiding my face, I'm standing up cause we dividing the race with all the sets we spread all over the place. Colors and dope, we substituting for the whip and the rope, keeping the black in the back when most of us broke. I'm trying to cope, sit back and smoke till Armageddon approach. I hope when judgment come, our people don't choke. Some of us woke, but still too many get caught up on the boat, weighing us down with hate, that's why we can't float. We all got a drug, liquor, cracker, living life like a thug. It's all addictive and it's twisting our love. The vision ain't right when it causes us to argue and fight. Even kill, I see no healing in sight. I'm not gonna shout, but most of us sell out for money and clout and say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. That's straight. Some say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Some say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Some say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Some say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Some say they bout it, but don't know what they bout. Some say they bout it, but don't know what they bout.
Anna, Robert, and Junebug were happy to find that their father was coming to visit them. It had been 3 long years since they had seen him last. Even though he would call every once in a while, this time he personally called to assure each one of the kids that he wanted to see how much they had grown. "Oh yes," he said to their mother, "put each child at least $200 of clothes on layaway, and I will get them out for you when I come." The kids were overjoyed. Their father, who they haven't seen in so long, was finally coming to see them and was going to buy them new clothes. How exciting. Even their mother seemed kind of excited. This time she did not say mean things about him as that she had done in the past. She told her father that she would take them all down to Kmart and put the needed clothes in layaway. 2 weeks later, their father called with terrible news. After all the hard work the family put into cleaning the house and preparing a hot meal for their father, he told them that he would not be coming. The father tried to explain to the mother why he could not come and why he couldn't get the clothes out of layaway. But the kids were so disappointed. They couldn't believe their father was going to disappoint them again. Why did he always seem to disappoint them? But their mother was furious. How could he do this to the kids again? The kids had so looked forward to seeing their father and getting the new clothes. She wanted their father to understand how wrong it was to build up their hopes after being away for so long, not to mention all the money she had already spent on the clothes on layaway, that she was so angry she hung up the phone. Anna went to her room and cried. Robert went outside and started a fight. And poor Junebug crawled into his mother's arms and cried. Their disappointed mother rocked him to sleep.
Why did this happen? Why did Robert go outside and start fighting? Why?
I believe he went out fighting because having grown up in a household with an absentee father, you get a lot of anger that you don't know what to do with. You can't be angry with your mom because she's the one that's there all the time, and you can't be angry at your brothers and sisters because they haven't really done anything. But all you know is that you're upset and you're angry, and when you're that young, you usually take it out violently. So that's why I believe he did it.
A dysfunctional family?
Yes.
Anger has a way of causing us to hurt others. Robert normally was happy, normally obedient, but this time he went outside and started a fight. Should parents disappoint children? Should parents disappoint children?
No, they shouldn't. And they should go to great lengths to try not to disappoint. Sometimes it's necessary, but you should be able to explain what happened and why, try to help them understand, not just disappoint them and let it go with that. Because it causes a great deal of pain, and we have not learned how to deal with pain other than to strike out. make somebody else hurt.
Dad hadn't seen those children in 3 years. I just can imagine my father. I haven't seen him for 3 years, and he called and said he was coming, and I'm gonna get some new school clothes, and I'm just excited. I just can't wait for him to get there. Junebug crawled into his mom's lap. He was so I guess confused, disappointed. What type of disappointment do you think Junebug felt?
Get his father, I guess, to have them in clothes. He was disappointed in that, I guess.
And Mom, she cleaned up the house, prepared a meal, took all those children shopping. Each one, $200 worth of clothes in layaway. Now she's stuck with how much money? $600. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's real disappointing, and it's sort of a twofold situation, not only disappointing with the kids, but also disappointing with the mother as well. And children can pick up on their parents' sense of anxiety and their disappointment, and I'm sure that further complicated the situation with the children feeling not only bad for themselves, but for their mother as well, and what all she had to endure and go through, and that just sort of, you know, is like salt in an open wound.
What type of lesson do you think you, and include myself, have learned from this situation? Who do you think was disappointed the most, and why? Who do you think was disappointed the most?
Well, naturally the children were disappointed, but I can probably imagine that mother being disappointed too, and not being able to have any more control over the situation than she did. She did all that she could, but now she has to be the one to face the children in their disappointment. So I can imagine her disappointment in addition to the children. It's probably even maybe a pride thing with the little boy, especially Junebug. You know, I can just see him maybe imagining being able to go and brag to his friends that his dad came to see him and that his dad, you know, brought him this or that. And now, you know, he's probably disappointed that that didn't actually take place.
You know, disappointment, and as you said earlier, a lot of the times we really don't know how to deal with that. It causes anger. Anger takes us out of our character. What type of character do you think these kids are going to have? A parent not being truthful? So how do you think they're going to grow up? What do you think is going to happen to them? Any ideas?
I think the children might feel that dad doesn't really love them. And there's almost nothing in the world like feeling unloved. And they probably will grow up without having a lot of love, and they'll probably do a lot of disappointing because that's what they have known. Without intentionally disappointing somebody, they'll probably do it also.
So the solution to this activity would be not to disappoint the children. When we give our word, no matter what, because we are role models, and they are the future. Without the children, there would not be a future. Stay tuned, more to come.
That's straight. Say they got it, but don't know what they got. Some say they got it, but don't know what they got. Some say they got it, but don't know what they got. Some say they got it, but don't know what they got.
So many people lost in their mind, lost in time, won't read the signs in this rhyme, so they try to bind two souls without the ancient scrolls while the death toll rolls out of control.